Hello everyone, my name is Bim Shrestha. I'm an executive director and co-founder of Shramik Sanjal. Shramik Sanjal is a network led by self-motivated, low-wages migrant workers in the Gulf state and Malaysia. So Shramik Sanjal basically organize migrant workers, empower them through leadership development, and provide a direct support including relief and repatriation. Shramik Sanjal also run advocacy program through representation. Basically, we represent into local, national, regional, and international forum where we want to amplify our voices to the global arena and global forum. What contribution has this program made to shaping responsible recruitment? So basically, I found this process has been inclusive and has a multi-stakeholder consultation. So basically, it's facilitated meaningful dialogue between employers, recruiters, and migrant workers to ensure diverse perspectives are considered in shaping responsible recruitment practice. Additionally, the integration of worker perspective. So basically, I as a migrant worker myself had the opportunity to be part of the process and learn and share my ideas and history of lived experience, which actively include the voices of migrant worker. Process or the program has integrated the migrant worker perspective as well. For example, I myself had been part of the process. I learned through different means, and I also share my personal lived experience and history to others. So it was a co-creation and co-learning process, and also to integrate migrant worker perspective into the process. I believe this program also builds trust and strengthen the relationship among the stakeholder. So there were multiple stakeholders involved into the process, including migrant worker, recruiter, recruitment agency, and employer. So it was a collective space where everyone was free and open to discuss about shaping the future of responsible recruitment, and all stakeholders had that opportunity to share their ideas and story. I believe this program also helped us generate innovative solutions, innovative idea, and encourage the emergence of new and practical ideas to address persistent challenges in the recruitment. It also helped increase awareness and understanding, raise awareness about the critical recruitment issues, helping stakeholders recognize their role in promoting ethical practices. So for me individually, this process and this program also helped me to understand and identify few ethical recruitment agency based in Malaysia and in Nepal. So basically, the relationship between the recruitment agency, recruiter, and migrant worker doesn't have good relationship, and there is a narrative that recruitment agency are always the one who cheat migrant worker, and migrant worker are being exploited by the recruitment agency. But this platform has given me this opportunity to be with the recruitment agency who are probably or equally concerned about the life of migrant worker. So it's kind of gave me a sense that there are few recruitment agency or few people who are more concerned about the life of migrant worker, and it gave me that space to identify and know and build trust with those recruitment agency as well. I also believe that this process will lead the migration or transform the migration from desperation to aspiration. And I believe that it will position as promising spaces to support safe, fair, and goal-oriented migration journey.
So firstly, I'd like to congratulate the team for putting a process that I think normally we would see uh, conducted through what we call tripartite processes. But the process that took place was expanded, and I think it's one of the rare times or processes that marry the labor rights with cultural rights. And when I talk about cultural rights, I'm not talking about the dancing and the traditional music. It actually dissects cultural rights to solve this problem of recruitment. And I think it adds value because it goes right down to root causes. And that was only possible because of the process. forums, one-off forums, one-off conferences in fancy places will never be able to bring out those elements. So I think that was very valuable. Time consuming, yes, but it helped us, build relationships. And it only once those relationships were built, we will be able to understand what actually goes on. That makes the whole recruitment cycle very complex. So when we were going through this process, at first many felt that, hey, this is going to take time. We want to see immediate results, but that was never the objective. The objective was always to make that relationship work, not just from understanding, but going towards troubleshooting. So I think it was one of the rare occasions where participants had the stamina. And because it was something new, it was something very different from what, say, for example, and a lot, but understanding the cultural nuances. Yeah. So I think it's to understand some of the struggles with that, you can only know when you are down on the ground to solve the recruitment problem. I think, for example, how the involvement of family and sometimes there are certain barriers that are put. For example, family members involved in recruitment, and it took us a long time to understand, to get to this depth and level of troubleshooting. And it's only because we appreciate thorough, democratic, and social dialogue with all actors. And it's the first time we actually build our relationship with the recruitment agencies, and made friends to understand what's really going on. And of course, it's not easy. It's not as easy as turning out the a fair recruitment document, or SOP. This is actually dissecting very in-depth um, uh, problems that we would take for granted. So it was only possible because people had the stamina, had the solidarity to come together. And even I don't think we are there yet. I hope processes continue. I think it'll take a bit more time because we are um, going through we are dealing with a complex situation. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe, that's a bit of my sharing. I hope that people will continue this process, and we can look to see how we can make the voices which have been left out, bring them back into the democratic process. And I think along the way, the solutions will come. I don't think we need to be, you know, like predetermined what the end of the ethical recruitment solutions would look like. I think it will take a much longer process, and we need the stamina. Yeah. So let's keep building. Let building blocks grow. And along the way, I think from a management point of view, it will add value to the different solutions that, whether it's an NGO or a migrant leader community or a trade union or even the recruitment processes will take over. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, thank you for having me. First of all, I would like to thank Future for Forum. They, from the beginning, they have constantly involved in this program for last 2 years plus. So while participating in this, it was a first kind for me that which was involved from the source country and destination country, all civil society, all the migrant workers activists, recruiting agency, employer, all were involved. So I got kind of understanding from other side, like what they think about the recruitment process and all that. And in this program, while participating in this program, one thing changed me, like transparency. Everybody used to say transparency, transparency. but nobody was defining what kind of transparency they want. But at least during the mid session of this our program, I got like changes in myself also. Then I was motivated to involve in the recruiting process when there was a demand in my office. I was motivated to involve civil society, even national media, even the community police also. So the guardian of the migrant workers. So at least I thought that why should I hide that what I'm doing is ethical? Then why should I hide all the things? So I was completely open, and it was a thrill, and I was so happy that like at least I see changes in my office, in myself, regarding this foreign employment, and then the migrant workers, even the guardian was happy. So at least this is what changes it has brought. And then another thing, most significant thing is that I was able to understand from the point of civil society what they were thinking about the recruiting agency and what the employer thinks, even the recruiting agency from the destination country, what they think about our side. So it was kind of sharing our views, our sorrow, our pain, our good experience, bad experience with each other, and made us to make correct ourselves and move forward. Yeah, that was the things which I learned from this program, and it's really useful, and which I'm sharing with other recruiting agency here in Nepal also, even with the government also.